Now we keep talking about it. Northeast Ohio is gearing up for some gross winter weather. Going to toss it over to Jessica Van Meter for our full forecast. Jessica.
Yeah, it's going to be a taste of winter that we've not really seen so far. Our temperatures at Hopkins have not gotten below the freezing mark yet. They're going to do so. We've got colder air that's going to be moving in and really settling in through the weekend and even into early next week. And that's going to mean the development of lake effect snow bands. And some of these bands are going to be really intense. So we are going to keep that weather impact alert heading into Friday, because we are going to see that heavy lake effect developing, especially for areas east of Cleveland. We're really targeting Ashtabula Lake, northern Geauga, far eastern Cuyahoga County with this. And that could mean some very hazardous travel for areas east of Cleveland, particularly that I-90 corridor, because we're expecting to see very high snow totals all the way up into Pennsylvania and parts of New York as well. So I-90 is going to become a very dangerous roadway as the snow gets going. We could have some snowfall of 1 to 2 inches per hour. And as that comes down with some breezy winds, that's going to mean we have the potential for some very low visibility, and also that we could see some of those accumulations adding up very quickly, all of which creates issues on those roadways. My advice, if you have to travel I-90, you'll want to leave as soon as possible, because conditions on 90 especially are going to change very drastically tonight and into tomorrow and even the weekend as well. Right now, we have no major issues out there. 38 degrees for Hopkins. We've got plenty of cloud cover. Not much to speak of as far as any rain or snow. We've got just a little bit of lake effect still trying to kick out. It's really nothing that's going to be too impactful. Maybe just enough that if you're driving east of Cleveland, you're going to need the windshield wipers, and that's really about it. So no major impacts for this evening, but we are going to have that changing very, very quickly. We can see lake effect snow already firing up off of Lake Huron, Lake Michigan, Lake Superior. That is going to be heading our way as colder air settles in. We're still in the upper 30s. If we look off to the northwest, temperatures drop into the 20s and even back into the double digits out towards the Dakotas. That wind flow is going to bring all of that colder air over the lakes, moving our way. So as that cold air settles in, it's going to kick up that lake effect for us and really cause some issues for us. Here's how this looks at that National Design Mart hour-by-hour forecast. Again, anything we see this evening is really going to be just very, very minor. You shouldn't have any issues over the next few hours if you do have plans to be on the roads. It's once we get into the late evening and overnight that we start to see some changes. That colder air moves in, temperatures drop to around and below freezing, and we have that snow developing. It's going to become a little more abundant and really come in very efficiently off of Lake Erie. So that focus for tomorrow is really going to be on that lake effect impact, primarily east of Cleveland, but there's a good chance that we have a very strong and steady band of lake effect setting up for tomorrow with a primarily westerly flow. We might get a little bit of a wobble here and there, but generally speaking, that's going to be a westerly wind, and that's going to target that very heavy snowfall across far northeastern Cuyahoga County, northern Geauga Lake, Ashtabula County. So that's really where we're going to see the main impacts for the day tomorrow. If you're further south, you're probably not even going to notice anything except for the cold and some breezy winds. But that snow is going to be very prevalent through the day for those areas east of Cleveland. Again, could have those very heavy snowfall rates, and some major accumulations could be possible where these bands really set up and persist through the day. If they're dropping 1 to 2 inches of snow per hour, that can add up. And again, a lot of this is going to be targeting I-90 and that corridor between Cleveland and Erie. They're going to continue to set snow into Pennsylvania as well. That snow continues Friday night and even into early Saturday. We still have some of this ongoing. Some of the models are indicating that we might get this band to push a little bit closer to the lakeshore and out towards Lake Erie on Saturday. It's really just some minutia with the winds, so we'll see how those exactly set up on Saturday, but I think we're going to keep lake effect in the forecast for Saturday and Sunday at this point. We've got lake effect snow warnings, winter weather advisories in place tonight through early Saturday. Highest totals will be Lake, Geauga, Ashtabula counties, especially where the snow persists. We could easily have some localized areas coming in over a foot and even over 2 feet of snow. So again, that's going to cause some major issues for us. Rest of that Union Home Mortgage extended forecast, we are keeping temperatures in the 20s and 30s, and we are going to keep plenty of snow chances in that forecast as well.
So much to keep track of, Jessica. We know you've got us covered. Thanks.